In a small coastal town called Porto Seguro, there lived a rescue dog named Max. Max was a golden Labrador retriever with bright brown eyes, known for his loyalty and courage. He lived with his family, consisting of João, Maria, and their two children, Lucas and Sofia. Max was more than just a pet to them. He was a family member, always ready to protect and help. Max had been rescued by João when he was just a puppy, abandoned in a cardboard box in front of a supermarket. Since then, Max and João had developed a special bond. João, a volunteer firefighter, trained Max to be a rescue dog, teaching him to find lost people and respond in emergency situations. Max was known in the town for his intelligence and courage, having helped in several rescue missions over the years. One sunny summer day, the family decided to spend the day at the beach. Lucas and Sofia played in the sand, building castles and running into the water. João and Maria relaxed under an umbrella, enjoying the sound of the waves and the warmth of the sun. Max, always attentive, played with the children and kept an eye on the family. While the family enjoyed their day at the beach, the weather began to change rapidly. Dark clouds formed on the horizon, and the wind started to blow strongly. Meteorologists had predicted a hurricane, but no one expected it to arrive so quickly. João and Maria, concerned about the family's safety, decided to head home immediately. As they drove back, the storm worsened. The streets began to flood and strong winds knocked down trees and power lines. By the time they reached home, the water was rising rapidly, and they were trapped upstairs. Max, sensing the danger, began to bark and run back and forth, trying to get the family's attention. João realized they needed help and tried to call emergency services, but the phone lines were down. Max, determined to save his family, decided to act. He jumped out the window and swam through the turbulent waters, facing strong winds and floating debris. Max swam to the neighbor's house, Mr. Silva, who was a former firefighter. Mr. Silva, seeing Max arrive, realized something was wrong. Max, with his intelligence and training, managed to guide Mr. Silva to João's house. Mr. Silva, equipped with an inflatable boat, managed to rescue João's family and take them to a safe shelter. Max's courage and determination not only saved his family but also inspired the entire community to come together and help each other in times of crisis. Max became a local hero, and his story was told and retold, reminding everyone of the power of love and loyalty. As the storm passed and the town began to rebuild, Max continued to be a symbol of hope and resilience. João and Maria, grateful for their children's lives and the safety of their family, never forgot Max's act of courage. They knew that no matter what, Max would always be there to protect and love them. And so, in Porto Seguro, the story of Max, the dog who faced a hurricane to save his owners, became a legend of courage and loyalty, inspiring future generations to never give up, no matter how difficult the journey. In the days following the hurricane, the town of Porto Seguro began to rebuild. The streets were cleaned, the houses were repaired, and life slowly returned to normal. João and Maria, grateful for their family's safety, decided to organize a thank you event for the community. At the event, João gave an emotional speech, thanking everyone who helped during the storm and highlighting Max's courage. Max, with his hero collar, was applauded by everyone present. Lucas and Sofia, proud of their dog, told the story of how Max saved them to everyone who wanted to listen. As the town recovered, a new challenge arose. A group of tourists got lost in the nearby forest during a hike. Local authorities, knowing Max's ability in rescue missions, asked for João and Max's help. João and Max, along with a rescue team, set out into the forest. Max, with his keen sense of smell, managed to find the lost tourists and guide them back to safety. Once again, Max proved to be a hero, saving lives and bringing hope to the community. Over time, Max grew older, but his legacy of courage and loyalty continued to inspire everyone in Porto Seguro. João and Maria, grateful for everything Max had done, decided to create a training program for rescue dogs in his honor. The program, called Four-Legged Heroes, trained dogs to help in rescue missions and bring hope to people in need. Max, even in his old age, continued to be a symbol of hope and inspiration for everyone. One day, Max became seriously ill. João, Maria, Lucas, and Sofia stayed by his side, caring for him and showing all the love they felt. Max, surrounded by his family, closed his eyes for the last time, leaving a void in everyone's hearts. The town of Porto Seguro organized a funeral in Max's honor, where everyone could pay their last respects to the four-legged hero. João, emotional, gave a speech, thanking Max for everything he had done and promising to continue his legacy. After Max's passing, the Four-Legged Heroes program continued to grow, training more rescue dogs and helping more people. João and Maria, inspired by Max's legacy, dedicated their lives to helping others and bringing hope to the community. Lucas and Sofia, grown up and inspired by Max's example, followed in their parents' footsteps, becoming volunteer firefighters and rescue dog trainers. They continued to tell Max's story, inspiring future generations to never give up, no matter how difficult the journey. Years later, the story of Max, the dog who faced a hurricane to save his owners, became a legend in Porto Seguro. His courage and loyalty continued to inspire everyone who heard his story, reminding them of the power of love and determination. And so, in Porto Seguro, the legend of Max, the four-legged hero, continued to live on, inspiring future generations to never give up no matter how difficult the journey. Over time, Lucas and Sofia decided to expand the Four-Legged Heroes program to other towns and countries. They traveled the world, training rescue dogs and helping communities in need. In every place they visited, they told the story of Max and how his courage had inspired everyone. On one of their trips, Lucas and Sofia met a young woman named Anna, who was also a rescue dog trainer. Anna had a dog named Thor, who was as brave and loyal as Max. Together, they decided to join forces and create an international network of rescue dogs called Global Heroes. The Global Heroes network grew rapidly, with trainers and rescue dogs all over the world. Lucas, Sofia, and Anna worked together, helping in rescue missions in natural disasters, finding lost people and bringing hope to communities in need. Max's story continued to inspire new members of the network, reminding everyone of the power of love and loyalty. One day, while working on a rescue mission in a remote forest, Lucas and Sofia met a boy named Pedro. Pedro had a dog named Rex, who was as brave and loyal as Max. Rex had saved Pedro from an accident in the forest, guiding him back to safety. Lucas and Sofia were impressed by Rex's courage and decided to invite Pedro and Rex to join the Global Heroes Network. Pedro and Rex accepted the invitation, becoming valuable members of the rescue team. Together, Lucas, Sofia, Pedro, Anna, Max, Thor, and Rex set out on a rescue mission in a remote mountain. A group of hikers had gotten lost in a snowstorm, and the rescue team was called to help. The mission was difficult and dangerous, with strong winds and heavy snow, but with the courage and loyalty of Max, Thor, and Rex, the team managed to find the lost hikers and guide them back to safety. After the rescue mission, the team returned to Porto Seguro, where they were welcomed as heroes by the community. Max, Thor, and Rex were applauded by everyone present. The town of Porto Seguro celebrated and was grateful for their safe return. Over time, the Global Heroes Network continued to grow, with new members and rescue dogs joining the team. Lucas, Sofia, Pedro, and Anna dedicated their lives to helping others and bringing hope to the community. And so, in Porto Seguro, the legend of Max, the four-legged hero, continued to live on, inspiring future generations to never give up, no matter how difficult the journey.